Tuesday. It is July 21st. Once again, our live feed hopefully works throughout
make you wait for
Facebook Live. Of course, we're live right around this time every weekday morning. Usually it works, but you never know. I'm not great with technology all the time. Anyway, thank you for joining us. We're going to get to Lydia's forecast because we've got to cool down. If you're listening, you don't know we're doing air quotes right now, but for sure, a little bit nicer July weather to talk about before it really cranks up the heat once again. So first, I want to remind you, we're live on Facebook every weekday morning right around this time. It stays on your feed throughout the day, so you can watch it whenever it works best for you or check it out as a podcast. You can listen to it. Just go to inforum.com/podcast and look for the Inforum Minute. All right. Cool down.
Yeah.
Not really a cool
I know.
down.
I don't want you to think it's going to be cool this afternoon. Like every time I say cool, I'm like, but it's 80 degrees. It's
not sweater weather.
Cool. Yeah, exactly. Temps are in the 50s and 60s this morning, which is kind of a crisper feel compared to lately. It's because we've lost our humidity. And so with everything being a little drier outside, we lost some of that heat overnight. We're going to stay cooler today with a high temp close to 80 degrees. Cold front moved through yesterday, and now we're feeling some of the effects of that cold front. I think a pretty nice July-like day.
Yeah.
Breezy. That's probably the one thing people will maybe complain about. Gusting 30 to 35 miles an hour. We'll lose our wind later tonight. We're calm for tomorrow. Lots of sunshine, and once again, highs close to 80. Tomorrow looks like a nice day. Yeah. I like to call it manageable, normal July heat. We expect 80s. That's normal. Yep. And not that we don't expect 90s, but after a few days of 90s and humidity, you're
it's been a long stretch of 90s.
All right. Yeah. And it's coming back. So don't get used to this cooler, drier little stretch here. By the time we get to Thursday, your wind goes back to the southwest. A slight breeze, 10 to 15 miles an hour, and temperatures make it back up into the upper 80s. We get into the 90s as we go into Friday and really the rest of the 10-day forecast. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and pretty much all of next week. A lot of days in the 90s, a lot of humidity to make it feel even hotter. Your feels like temperature is pretty close to the triple digits this weekend.
Wow.
So whatever your weekend plans entail, add in water, shade, air conditioning, those sorts of things.
You've been warned.
Yes, exactly. As for rain chances, we need a good drink of water. We're lacking a lot of rain chances. You could see a spotty sprinkle up north today, but with that dry air, it's probably hard to bring any of those down. Otherwise, maybe an isolated thunder shower on Thursday. Next best chance of rain looks to come on Friday. That doesn't mean everybody gets rain, but that's everybody's best opportunity to see some rain. A line of scattered thunderstorms should move through later Friday night. We'll kind of pin down some of the severity and timing as we get closer to Friday. It's barely Tuesday right now. And then next week, I really lack some rain chances. Might pop one in here and there, but it's really going to be all about the heat and humidity.
Okay.
All right. I think that's all. Thank
you.
Thank
you, Lydia. Okay, let's check out some of our news headlines this morning. We broke this on First News this morning. A large water main break left quite the mess overnight on a busy Fargo street. It happened on 13th Avenue South, just west of University Drive. The break flooded the street in the same area where we've told you there's road construction underway right now. Fargo Public Works says crews are making repairs and drivers are being asked to avoid the area for a little while. A man accused of hitting and killing a pedestrian on I-94 could avoid prison under a plea agreement that still needs a judge's approval. Garrett Kuntz is accused of hitting and killing Jerson Mejia, then leaving the scene. Investigators say Kuntz later admitted he was distracted by his phone. If the judge accepts the deal, he would plead guilty to manslaughter and receive 3 years of probation and 1,000 hours of community service instead of prison time. Fargo Police Headquarters are getting new security upgrades after dozens of calls for service in the employee parking lot over just the past year. The City Commission has approved fencing and security gates around the lot. Police leaders say the changes will help protect officers and staff. 24th Street North between 1st and 3rd Avenues will also close to public traffic. The more than $170,000 project will be paid for using existing bond funds. A former finance director at the St. Paul Newman Center at NDSU makes her first court appearance today. Kristen Longton is accused of embezzling more than $140,000 from the Catholic ministry. Court documents say she agreed to repay part of the money but has paid back less than $30,000. With the hot, dry conditions that Lydia's been talking about and wildfires, which we've been reporting on WDAY, burning across the region, the North Dakota Highway Patrol is urging drivers not to throw cigarettes out of their windows. Troopers say a lit cigarette can ignite dry grass in seconds, leading to a $500 fine and, of course, possible criminal charges if a fire starts. The FDA is trying to clear up confusion as a foodborne parasitic illness continues to sicken people across the country. Health officials say shredded lettuce remains the focus of the investigation, and the recall has now expanded to products sold in more than 24 states. And the U.S. is carrying out new strikes against Iran. After 3 American service members were killed over the weekend, the conflict continues to escalate, and it's also pushing gas prices higher as shipping through the Strait of Hormuz is once again disrupted. Remember, you can find all of these news, weather, and sports headlines on Inforum.com as well, and now's a great time to get that. Just go to Inforum.com/subscribe to check out our deals. And join us for our next newscast. It's coming up at 11 this morning, and then we have you covered 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10 tonight. And we'll be back tomorrow morning with more First News from 5 to 7. Have a great day, everyone.
This podcast is brought to you without paywalls thanks to our digital subscribers. Our subscribers want to cut through the chaos and get to what really matters. If that sounds like you, visit Inforum.com/subscribe and sign up today.